Welcome to the Rambling Nomad. I'm johnnynebulous. I had a lot of different ideas for this, but if I'm being perfectly honest with myself, they're never going to happen. And the longer I delay, the more likely it's not going to get done. So, without further ado, welcome to the show. Today we're going to talk about the Egyptians and why anyone that thinks that aliens had anything to do with it are a bunch of fucking idiots. You've heard the argument that there's no way that they could have used that advanced mathematical knowledge to create these perfect pyramids that lined up perfectly with stars and did certain things and this and that, whatever, okay. First thing, as far as, how they got it done without the technology, slavery. Jesus, I don't know why, you have thousands and thousands of people that have to work for you no matter what, and you have them at your disposal to get shit done. You're going to get shit done. So, but we're not going to talk about the slavery thing because most people are not fucking smart enough to fucking talk about it without resorting to being children and emotional, states. So we all agree that it's wrong, okay? So we're going to leave that one at that. But there are two very, very good reasons why the Egyptians were so good at math and so good at astrology. And there's one reason that the Egyptians were good at astrology and good at mathematics, and that's boredom. Okay? Take yourself out of our time. All right. Back then, you survived. You worked. If you didn't, you starved. There were exceptions. People figured out, how to use other people to raise themselves to power so they wouldn't have to work, and more power to them. You're just mad that you couldn't fucking figure out how to do it yourself. So shut the fuck up and just move on from there. Put yourself in that situation, okay? You have work, to survive and sleep, and that's it. That's it. Otherwise, you're fucking bored, Didn't have all the same shit we have today. They didn't have fucking books to pick up and read. Well, I mean, they might have had books, I guess. They did have books, but I mean, it wasn't. Remember how back 100 years ago they would they'd walk along this fucking wheel that was a circle, like a hoop, like a hula hoop, and they had a stick and they put the stick in the hoop and shit, and they went down. That's stupid as shit, right? But if you were back in that situation, you didn't have shit like they did. That would be fucking fun to you. Kill an afternoon or kill hours or something. Couple hours or something, So, shut the fuck up, okay? You get what I'm saying, okay? They weren't sitting around on their ass fucking playing video games and fucking, wasting their fucking life on useless pursuits like we do. So, I don't know. You're bored. You have two things you can do. You can count sand, and there's fucking endless amounts of sand. So you're going to get good with numbers really quick. And you can stare at the night sky as you fall off to sleep, because what else are you going to do? And as you stare at the sky endlessly every night, and you don't have as much to think about because, like we do, where we're so fucking oversaturated and all that with information. We're just fucking information overload. You can't fucking concentrate and shit. They didn't have that. They've had a much smaller list of things to focus on. So they can stare at something like the sky and they can see those patterns every night and memorize them and watch the movements and notice the sun is here and then it's here at different times of the year, and they can see these things with their eyes because they're actually living life. They're in it, So you're going to get really good at astrology, and you're going to get really good at numbers fast. And you're bored, so what do you do when you're bored, You think about tits, right? Or wings or whatever, I don't know. But anyway, people are pretty primitive at a certain level, and, you just find yourself, staring at things and giggling because it looks like a dick, it looks like tits or something, Well, point is, obelisks and pyramids. It's giant fucking tits sticking out of the desert and giant fucking wings sticking out of the desert. I bet if you dug deep enough, you might actually find like whole people under there that they actually built, but the only thing that's showing is the tits and the wing because the sand covered it. And yeah, I know, tits and wing on the same person. Shit, yeah, it's the Egyptians. They have fucking gods that have fucking dog heads and shit, I'm sure I know how that fucking came about. There's fucking Dude went to his buddy, Ramsey Jones, okay? He goes up to Ramsey Jones and says, Ramsey, all right? I got this great idea, okay? We're going to get all these people to build a fucking triangle with 3 sides in the desert. And Ramsey's going to be like, holy shit. Okay, Jimmy Osiris, what do you mean? A triangle already has 3 sides. Like, no. Take a triangle and lay it on another triangle and lay it on another triangle. It'll look like a giant tit in the sand. It'll be fucking hilarious. People 100 years from now are going to come back and be like, look at those tits, man. And then, of course, Ramses is like, okay, that's kind of funny, man. So he's like, but how are we going to convince people to do it? And what did I say his name was? Jimmy Osiris or whatever? Okay, Jimmy Osiris. Let's go with Jimmy Osiris. Jimmy Osiris is like, yeah, I was thinking about that, man. Remember when you got drunk the other night and you were fucking that dog and we were joking about how it'd be funny if that dog got pregnant and it came out and it had like a human body with a dog head and shit? Man, why don't we just tell people that's our God, man? Who's going to fucking doubt us? They've never seen God. We can tell them it's Anubis. Anubis seems like a dog-friendly guy. We'll just tell him Anubis said to do it. And they'll be like, oh, you saw Anubis? And be like, yeah, man, he had a body and the head of a dog, and he was really cool, dude. So, anyway, I'm getting off topic here, but that's what it comes down to. A bunch of bored people who had nothing better to do with their time, got really good at math, got really good at stars, and decided to play a practical joke and put a couple tits and a wang sticking out of the fucking earth. Why? I mean, why not? I mean, the fact that it, works out is also, it's good for a tomb and religious things and all the other shit they did with it. I mean, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's a couple tits and a wang out in the desert, It's just human nature. It wasn't fucking aliens. Motherfuckers had slaves, all right? They had a shit ton of slaves. They had nothing but time. So why not erect a bunch of tits and dicks in the desert? Seriously. Occam's razor, all right? Simplest solution is always the easiest. There's probably a lot of human history that's been explained to me wrong because people want to fucking overcomplicate things. Well, guess fucking what? Humans are pretty fucking simple creatures. We work, we sleep, we eat, we fuck. Beyond that, there's really not much to us, so we have to make up bullshit. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make a bunch of these and I'm going to upload them on whatever fucking schedule I want. And maybe eventually, I might get my fucking life together, Maybe eventually I won't get totally fucked because I'm about really fucked right now. But, whatever. Let's do it. Let's fucking do this. Maybe, yeah, eventually I'll get some fucking money and we'll be able to do something better than just record in this format. But we are at 8 minutes now, and I will not make any of these over 10 minutes because I'm not here for fucking any of that shit. You got shit to do. I got shit to do. So I'm going to keep this as quick as possible. I ain't rehearsing this shit. I'm just fucking putting this out there. And I wasn't going to even put my face on here. But you know what? I've been wishing a nigga would lately. So if you don't like what I say or like what I do, and you want to be one of these little SJW fucking cucks that thinks you need to fucking come at me, then fucking come at me. Don't be a pussy and hide behind doxing. Don't be a fucking bitch and hide behind Twitter. Fucking come at me. Fucking DM me what time, what place, and I will put you in the fucking ground. Go ahead and fucking try. I'm not really worried about it. The world's going to hell anyway, and I'm really fucking bored. But I ain't got a lot going on for me right now, so we'll see you next time. Wait, there we go. We'll see you next time on the Rambling Nomad.